What's up, y'all? It's your boy Darnell Smith from Speak For Yourself, and today I got the honor and privilege of sitting down with my guy, my boy, my best man at my wedding, San Francisco 49er, defensive tackle, starting defensive tackle, Sheldon Day, man. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you for coming out, man.
Yeah.
How's it been, man? Describe this feeling being here right now.
You know, all those times we was playing little league in the backyard, man, it's surreal. We was talking about this as little kids, and now I'm here in this moment. It's just so surreal.
We've been on each other since, 9 years old?
Yeah.
So I probably know your background more than most people do. Just for those who don't know Sheldon Day, I talk from childhood to just high school to where you at now, like your journey, man. How has that been?
We might as well start when we was in 4th grade, you know, short, fat, and round, playing basketball. Yeah. So just the journey just through sports, you know, always had obstacles to overcome, especially, you know, going into 5th grade. Brother was my coach. Then we moved on, didn't make the travel team, had to continue to grind and grow. And then 7th grade, didn't make the basketball team. So it was just a lot of obstacles that I had to overcome to finally get to the level I am today. And then, speaking in high school, when Coach Hart tried to make us move to O-line, I still remember that day.
Be a pulling guard.
Yeah, so it just seems like obstacle and obstacle and obstacle just continue to try to block the path of success that I've had, and it's been a blessing for sure.
At what point, football-wise, like, was it high school, middle school? What point did something just click? Because I feel like you just took off out of nowhere. You was always consistently pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you just, like, what happened?
It was probably sophomore going into junior year. My grandma, we went and seen her. She wasn't doing that well, and I was sagging. And she told me, it's either you can be a street man or a businessman, and you need to make that decision right here, right now. And I didn't know what that meant at that time, but she honestly gave me the motivation I needed to become a better person, a better human being, and know that I didn't want the street life. Because if I did choose that, I probably wouldn't be here.
Being from the far east side of Indianapolis, could have easily went, you know, the other route.
It was definitely accessible.
Cylinder, whatever the case is, like, easily could have done that.
Exactly.
Obviously, I know you just mentioned your grandma kind of inspired you, but even prior to that conversation, what was it that kept you away from that?
Y'all, man. You know, we was always hanging out, going over at friends' house, staying together. We had a good friend group, you know. We always was doing stuff together, going to Ricky's house playing basketball, going to Mark's house playing basketball. We always found a way to not get involved. And even if we tried, it was like our moms and our families was making sure that we didn't fully get involved.
And you just brought up your mom, Auntie Carol.
Yeah.
Just talk about her as just her impact on your life.
I don't even think words can describe it. Single black mom on the far east side of Indianapolis, raising 3 kids. She played an integral role in a lot of people's lives. Everybody calling her Mama Carol, Auntie Carol. So just her love and spirit and the way she raised and molded me into the man I am today, to give back, to be caring, to make sure that I made a difference in this world was something I'll be grateful for the rest of my life.
We got in trouble a couple times.
Yeah.
We knocked on doors.
Yeah.
She give you that look.
Yeah, it was the stare of death. But
I'm still kind of scared. But I used to really be scared. It's something about like not wanting to like disappoint people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like feeling like, dang, she really mad at me.
And I think she had such, I wouldn't call it strict, but she had so many expectations for me to make sure that I was successful. Like the fact that we couldn't even walk across the street to go play basketball. It was the fact that she knew that we were on a trajectory for success, and she didn't want anything to ruin that.
We've been close for so long. Like one thing that, not even just you, just your mom, the whole entire family, that I always remember and I always bring this up, is just me and my mom was struggling. My mom and dad split up, and we were struggling. We get, evicted from our apartment, and your mom with open arms, open hands, bring us all in and let us stay with it. For me, to like y'all, to her, it's nothing. Like that's just what she does. That's what she is. Yeah. But for me as a child, seeing that, it's like that's love. We're not blood related. You know, you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Some family members don't do that.
That's very true.
So for her to be able to reach out, and me and you, we took it like it was like this is fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I got my boy every day. We can hoop. So and I kind of feel like you've taken on like that same type of trait, that giving trait. Like, explain like what is in you that you prefer to almost care about other people. I feel like more than yourself sometimes. Man,
that was just the trait she gave me. Like I get my youth camp every year. It's I could charge the kids. I could go do it anywhere else in the country, but I want to do it for the east side of Indianapolis because I know they gave so much to me. So I'm trying to pour myself back into them to make sure that they have every opportunity to be successful.
Back to high school, you mentioned sophomore years when things started to click, and I was there to witness it. I think it was junior years when we really got our opportunity to really play. That's when you became a full-time starter, and that's when the offers just started to come in. And that junior year was just amazing. You know what I mean? Like, how did that happen?
So Telvin Smith I didn't find out how I made that happen until I met Telvin Smith. He said, you find out who you are and you do you. So I kind of maximized what God gave me, the quick twitch, the first step, trying to be the aggressor. So I found out a way how to maximize that, and I've just been riding with it ever since. So it's about finding out who you are and making sure you maximize every day you grind and grow at that specific trait, and you try to bring your weaknesses up with that.
You got what, like 20 scholarship offers? Could have went pretty much anywhere in the country. Could have went to some funner schools, people would say, some down south SEC schools. Chose Notre Dame. What was it about that decision that made you go to ND?
Can't beat the opportunity. Right. But at the end of the day, it was my mom. She told me a black man with a Notre Dame education and a degree from there can't beat it. So ultimately, I'm signing my letter of intent to go to Notre Dame, and I honestly would say I wasn't happy about it when I first did it. I'm like, oh man, I could have went here, I could have went there.
You graduated high school early.
Exactly. So that's that time where I'm like, man, it's cold here. I'm trying to get away from the cold. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. But my mom, like I said, she saw my success and the trajectory I was on, and she ultimately helped me make the best decision of my life. Looking
back now, like you sound like you're excited about, like you're happy you made that decision.
Yeah, for sure.
All phases, right?
Notre Dame was the best decision I've ever made. It changed my life and helped shape the man I am today. And it's because of the people I met, the people I encountered, just the way the coaches helped me and mold me into the player I am. The people I met in the Notre Dame community, always willing to help out, trying to help me become a more business-minded man. Just so many different avenues that they helped lead me down. It was definitely a blessing.
Y'all go to national championship freshman year.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know it didn't go the way you wanted to. That was tough, but describe that.
You know how it is as a freshman. It's a whirlwind. I didn't know what was going on. We were winning, so I'm thinking it's gonna be like this forever. I still remember that year. Just every single game, we're trying to say, how can we get better? How can we grow the brotherhood? How can we do this? How can we do that? Right. So that kind of set the precedence for everything I expected to happen after that. But ultimately, we didn't never get back. But I mean, just that whole journey from playing in Ireland, our first game, to having to go to a goal line stand at USC to end that year to make sure we go to the national championship. So it was like that year was just up and down, up and down. We just kept finding ways to win.
You became All-American, captain of the team.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you feel? Just, you know, that you were voted captain, being a leader amongst men.
I was a 2-year captain, which is kind of unheard of in Notre Dame, but it was the fact that my peers saw me as a leader. They respected me and my decision making and my vocalness and the option to lead them to wins and stuff like that. So just being there and being with those group of guys, man, just remembering how it was in the locker room, how much fun we had, how bad winter workouts sucked, and we just continued to grind and grow, and just those bonds that we've created, it's unmatched.
At least y'all had an indoor. Ball State, we had no indoor. We was really in the winter.
Yeah, see, I heard about y'all workouts, so Coach Feely. Oh yeah, Miami, y'all watch out now.
Nah, most definitely. Let's talk about draft night. I was there with you.
Yep.
We had a pretty big party, kind of get together. At the time, correct me if I'm wrong, you were expected to go anywhere between like second round to fourth in that window. And I felt like we were leaning more towards thinking that it would be earlier.
Yeah,
you know, second.
Exactly.
Latest at third. You ended up going right at the beginning of the fourth round.
Yep.
Describe your emotions, man.
Yeah.
I was frustrated, and I wasn't. Like, me and my girl arguing. It was just tense. People was looking at you every time you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
You're good at kind of holding your emotions. I feel like. How did you really feel during that time?
It gave me a chip on my shoulder that I needed. I felt like I was disrespected because I felt like I had a good senior year. I had a good career. I put up the numbers I needed to put up, and I displayed that I can play up and down the line. I can drop in coverage. I feel like I put my best foot forward. And I still wasn't drafted in what I consider the upper echelon of the draft. So going into Jacksonville, I had a chip on my shoulder, and ultimately tried to put my mark early on, and ultimately was fighting for the starting job my rookie year.
When you look back, like, did anyone tell you why you weren't drafted higher, or what are your thoughts? Was it anything that stood out?
I think it was more measurables. They didn't let the tape speak for itself, and it was the measurables and stuff like that. But ultimately, God knew what He was doing, and I'm in a better situation now.
Go to Jacksonville.
Yep.
First couple of years were actually good.
Yeah.
Guys were rocking. Another great defense, great D line. How was that part? Just being a part of that team, that unit.
Special. I had a great group of guys. I had Dante Fowler, Yannick Ngakwe, Avery Jones, Calais Campbell, Lee Jackson. The list just goes on. And
Jay Ramsey.
Jay had Jay Ramsey. Like, we had a crazy defense, you know, and we were growing that bond like we did in high school and in college. So I started to see it start to gel together. I knew something special was going to happen there. And then ultimately, the room got crowded, and ultimately somebody had to go, and I was obviously that one that had to go.
Did you think that the team kind of got broken up in this, in a sense, too early, too soon before y'all reached our full potential? That Jacksonville team, I mean, it was moving pieces.
Yeah,
that was a talented bunch.
It was.
Her name is some dogs. Calais Campbell had multiple 4-sack games, like dogs. Like, do you think that particular unit could have reached more higher heights, I guess?
I would say that following year, I definitely expected them to kind of reach the Super Bowl. They had #1 ranked defense. They had all the keys they needed on offense. They had the right formula. So I was expecting greatness.
Obviously, like you said, things didn't work out there. San Francisco 49ers. I know last season was kind of tough. Jimmy G was hurt. And you come out that season, to where you're at now.
Yeah.
And obviously going to the Super Bowl, 13-3 season.
Yeah.
At what point did you know this team could be a Super Bowl team?
Probably week 3 of camp. You know, we call those the dog days. Everybody's complaining. Nobody really wants to practice anymore. Everybody's like, this hurts, this hurts, this hurts. Right. And that didn't happen. It was more we were building each other up. If we saw one of our brothers kind of having a bad day, we're picking them up. Like, hey, man, we got this. We doing this together. We're gelling that bond once again. And it's crazy because the love in that locker room, it just continues to grow every day.
And speaking of that love, I love the D-line. Obviously you, but just, that whole unit, it's like you just take somebody out, put them in, just the same results.
Yeah.
What makes y'all so special as a whole unit?
Everybody is expected to dominate, and that comes from our D-line coach. He's making it an expectation to go out and dominate your opponent on every snap, no matter who you are. You could be the 15th person on the D-line, and he wants you to play just as good as the starter. So everybody can be interchangeable. Everybody needs to know everybody's job. We're making sure that we're playing as one unit and one heartbeat.
I know earlier this season, wasn't getting heavy reps, and now you're about to start in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Huge
transition there within just a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Has that been tough for you as far as just getting your body used to playing that many times?
So every week you prepare like you're the starter. So every week you're watching film, you're taking care of your body, you're doing everything you possibly can to ultimately play in the game. So my body and my mental was physically ready. But the mentality kind of going up and down in reps and stuff like that, you just got to stay steadfast. You got to know that the goal is to win the game. So if you play 1 rep and you win the game, or if you play 0 reps, or if you play 100 reps, it's all about winning the game.
You got them 4 beasts, and 3rd and long, you almost expect a sack.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm talking about, you got Eric Armstead, who led the team in sacks. DeForest Buckner, I think he came in. No, Nick Bosa came in 2nd. DeForest Buckner 3rd. D4, I think Lad was 6'6.5".
Yeah.
I want to go through each player and just kind of tell me what makes each one so special. Let's start with Armstead.
Taller guy, 6'8".
Big man.
Old basketball player. I still hope on him, but he just don't know that. Yeah. But he plays with length, and he's powerful. He overwhelms people with power, and then he ultimately just it's a chess game. You know how it is when it comes to pass rush. You do one move to see how somebody else is going to react, and then once you kind of get him thinking you're going to do something else, you hit him with a counter. So he's done a great job of breaking people down, film studying, and making sure that he's at the top of his game each week.
Nick Bosa, rookie year, Old State.
He's going to be one of the greats to ever put his hand in the dirt. He has that type of potential. His work ethic, the way he studies film, it seems like he's already been in the league for 10+ years.
I keep forgetting this rookie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just the other day, I'm talking to him, and he's telling me some stuff. I'm like, I didn't know that. So it's the way he thinks about the game is going to be special to see how he continues to grow.
Buckner.
Yeah, the leader of our group. You know, I've been knowing Buck since I was 16. We went to the opening together, so I've been knowing him for a long time, and just to see him grow as a player throughout the years, and then ultimately be the leader of this D-line. So we lean on him when we need a big play. He's doing everything right all the time, so it's a guy that everybody in the locker room looks up to.
Last but not least, D4, man. I played for the Chiefs last season.
Yeah.
Play against them, man.
So D as a player, he brings a different tempo to the line. He makes everybody play at a higher speed. Like we call it playing at a different clip. So we expect D to run to the ball, get off the ball. So every day in warm-ups, we trying to compete with D to get off just as fast as his, or do a move, or be athletic as D. So him as a player, unbelievable. The stuff that he can do, and his get off, and the way he approaches people, and the way he thinks about the game. He's more of a master in the game type of player. So on our run days, he makes sure that he knows every run in and out. He knows when it's coming, what formation it's coming out of, and he's kind of feeding that to us. And then on our pass days, if you hit this guy with this, he's going to do this, or he's kind of teaching us the nuances of the game. And he's definitely a special guy to have in the room.
And as he spoke to you guys at all about playing against his old team, as far as just the feeling, to me, that's crazy.
I feel like this goes throughout the whole league. It's always personal when you play your other team. Right. You as a player, it's like your mentality changes a little bit, because sometimes you weren't good enough for that team, or sometimes that team moved on for you. Right. So it's ultimately a mental thing for that player. But I mean, we got his back. So if he's feeling that way, we're feeling that type of way. So ultimately, He's not saying it, but we can feel his energy just growing and growing and growing for this game.
Y'all already.
Yeah.
Now I want to transition to a little softer note.
Okay.
Talk about the characters in the locker room, man. I obviously being a part of a lot of teams.
Yeah.
I was probably one of the characters on most of my teams, man. Who would you say is the biggest character in that locker room?
Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, you don't know what KB you go get. He goofy. He always dancing. But he enjoys life. So he's the type of player that you need in the locker room to lighten the load. So it could be the dog days in camp. Yeah. And he's the one over there dancing and stuff. And you're just thinking, how is he doing this, And that gives you a little energy. I'm like, this dude over here running go routes, running this and that. And I'm over here just hitting somebody, So right. That was the type of people that get you through the dog days.
One thing I thought you was going to mention, this is me outside looking in, was your boy George Kittle.
Okay.
A lot of energy. Saw him after you win the NFC Championship, post game. Conference. He comes in there with the Jimmy G with some draws on, over the shoulder pads. Did you guys know he was coming there with the shirt, like with that shirt on? What was that? The
love in the room is so crazy. Like in the locker room, if it's something to support your brother in that locker room, we'll do anything, So it doesn't surprise me, but the fact that he did it is crazy. I mean, it just shows our bond for our brothers, we support each other no matter what. And I guarantee Jimmy was over there laughing up a storm. He didn't take offense to it. So it was it's probably a little funny joke, and everybody laughed about it.
Most of the people I talk to, women especially, they love Jimmy G.
You can't.
Him having his shirt off on his shirt, I don't think he'll complain about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want to stay on George Kittle here a little bit. Now, there's been a lot of talk, especially in the media, about, who's a better tight end going to this game? Yeah. George Kittle, Travis Kelce. Obviously, Kittle's your teammate, so that's who you're going to choose.
Exactly.
What makes him special, though? What makes him different in the pack?
His mentality. It's different. He approaches every game like it's going to be his last game. So he gives his body, he gives his brains, his heart, everything he has into that one game. So just speaking, for example, the Saints play. He's over here running. Guy has his face mask. Usually when people grab the face mask, your body goes numb. You don't want your neck to get hurt, anything like that. He's dragging him for 3 or 4 yards, and he's trying to throw a stiff arm in there. And then other people come, and he's just continue to churn his feet. So that just speaks volume on the type of player he is, the type of human being he is. He's just built different.
Dog, he from East Side of Nashville.
That's what I'm saying.
You describing him. And when you that's how you see him. I actually found out I played against him in college.
Okay.
He went to Iowa.
Did he pancake you?
What's my name? You know man, at the time we hold on. No, he ain't pancake me.
I mean,
don't let no tight end block. He's still a tight end.
He's taking boys for rides, though.
Man, you know what Coach Clark told us in high school? You don't never let a tight end block you. I'm still a dog.
All right, now I'm just making sure.
Kittle, come see me at the Super Bowl. We can do a one-on-one. Guarantee you ain't caking. I got one more rep in me.
That one rep and you get pancake, dog.
I don't care if you're the best tight end
in the
world. I'm built different. Built different. All right, speaking of Jimmy G, man, we know back in 2018, the media's making a big old fuss about him going on that date with the adult film star. Me personally, I didn't have an issue with it. He's a grown man.
Yeah.
But I know how locker rooms can be. I know like a lot of jokesters. What was the locker room like? Were you guys kind of joking with them, going out? What was the dynamic? Keep it real.
I'm gonna keep it real. So you know, every man dream. It's like I'm trying to see what that feel like, you know, a little bit. So we giving them props, you know. It was
shaking his hand and everything.
Definitely shaking his hand. We're like, how was that? Da 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 da. So he wasn't trying to give us no information on it, but we always crack jokes with him and stuff like that. So it was all love and fun.
Yeah, y'all ain't no problem with it.
Nah, not at all, not at all. I mean, ultimately he a grown man. You feel me? If that's what he want to do, and I know some other people want to do it, he living their dream. You feel me? So I can't be mad at it.
Let's talk about him as a leader in general. A quarterback is a natural leader position. How was he in the locker room? How's he in that, in that huddle?
So I actually had an offensive play with Jimmy, and the way he commands that huddle, it's like everybody knows everything that's going to happen. He's, boom, direct to the point. He's giving us reminders right before we break the huddle. Being in that huddle, it's intense, but you feel so free. And just know that your leader is going to lead you to the best play possible or going to put you in the best look possible to be successful. And just him in the locker room, great guy. Always willing to help players out, pushing young players to get better and strive to be better. And I always see him doing extra. And he's always trying to make sure that he can be the best Jimmy he can be.
I know in the NFC Championship specifically, in the media, he's been kind of, not getting backlash per se, but people kind of been questioning what he can do in this big game. Because he only had 8 passing attempts, but the running game was going so good with Raheem. So, I mean, talk about, like, your confidence in him going into this big game.
Super confident, I think our whole thing with that is don't break what's not broken, So, I mean, if the running game's working, let's keep on filling it. Let's keep going. Let's keep toting it. And then ultimately, we wanted to set a precedence of dominance. So we're trying to show everybody that we could run the ball.
Whatever you got to do to win, basically, is kind of the mentality.
Exactly. Whatever it takes.
Your boy Sherman. I saw y'all had like a little, I don't know if you do this every game or not, like a little handshake or something before the game. Is that every game thing?
Me and Sherman got this little ongoing thing. I play DB, he played wide receiver. Then it's a little who wins that week, So we've been doing this for a while now, and he's got me way more times than I got him. I'm just going to throw that out there. But he's a great dude, great leader, great person. And he's always willing to help a young guy be better. So all the young DBs, he makes them watch film with him. He's doing everything he possibly can to leave his mark on the league, and he's done an excellent job.
Yeah, and obviously this is his 3rd trip to the Super Bowl. 1-1, lost a tough one. Now he's back again this late in his career.
Yeah.
For a lot of you guys, it's your first trip there. What has his message been just all throughout the week and after the NFC Championship?
Be you. Like it seems like everybody's entire success story is always being them. They find out what they do well and they stick to it. So he's saying it's just another game. It's just another opportunity to go out and display your love for your brother.
Kind of came out, I think, post-game in the conference and basically was just, they're talking about how well he's been playing now. And he was saying, like, I've been doing this basically my whole career.
It's true.
But yet again, he still continues to get, backlash from, players. I know one specifically, Darrell Reeves, another great former corner.
Yeah.
Came out, basically said that he's a zone guy. He needs to stay with the best receiver all game. What is your thoughts on Darrell Reeves' comment specifically, and then just people in general not really fully giving Sherman that he just do?
You always take shots at the best, Like if you're the best at that specific time, like I guarantee when Reeves was at the top of his game, probably Champ Bailey or somebody who was just leaving the league, was taking shots at him. Oh, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. So, I mean, ultimately, when you're the best, you're going to take those shots or you're going to get shots taken at you. So, ultimately, the stats have to speak for themselves, and his stats do.
Does he take this type of, backlash or what have you to kind of use as motivation? Do you see that in the locker room? Does it fuel him more?
Yeah, it's like he always has a chip on his shoulder. Like, even when we do our little one-on-ones, he's not trying to lose. So, every rep that he takes, he's trying to be the best Sherman he can be. He's trying to be the best corner in the league, and he's definitely been proven to be that, and it's obviously working out for him.
Let's move to the Chiefs. Let's move to your opponent. High-powered offense.
Yeah.
They got arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Some say he is the best quarterback in the league right now. I mean, what's your guys' game plan? I'm not asking for specific plays.
And they are the most explosive offense in the league right now. Got guys like Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins, and then you got the running backs. You got Patrick Mahomes, you got Travis Kelce. It seems like the list just goes on and on and on. So it's about being us and doing what we do, and that's playing fast and physical. So ultimately, We just trying to be us. Like Sherman said, this is just another game, another opportunity to show love for your brothers, and we go show that through our play.
Coaches and leaders always say, just another game.
Yeah.
But this just ain't another game. I know y'all want to say that.
Yeah.
So as a D lineman, you guys, kind of get looked at as something like the big part of the team.
Yeah.
Is it like extra pressure on you guys at all going to this game, or are you just trying your best just to like not even look at it that way?
It's just another game. Like, I know it's cliche to say, like, I mean, it comes down to the basics of football. Like, I'm going to line up on you, you go line up in front of me, and it's man versus man. Or if you want to bring a second guy, it's them two versus me.
Right.
So ultimately, it's still basic football. It's just put in a different stage, a different arena at that specific time. So it's ultimately just another game. This
playoff, they've been starting off slow against the Texans and the Titans. Against the Texans specifically, they were down 24-0 and scored 7 straight touchdowns. So they seem to have a tendency of getting hot in like every game.
Yeah.
If that happens against you all, how would you be able to keep your composure in that moment?
We done been in those type of situations before where we've been down early and came back late. Well, we done been up big and finished off the game. So we won in so many different ways. We just go stay true to what we do. Make sure that we play fast, physical, and have fun on defense. And then offenses go take care of what they got to do. Special teams go take care of what they got to do. So ultimately, it's a 3-phase game, and we're prepared to play that way.
You mentioned Tyreek Hill's being one of the big weapons.
Yeah.
The guy runs like he runs a 3.8.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
What's the mindset with? I guess the mindset or thoughts as far as like slowing him down. You think that's gonna have to be again? You ain't gotta give me the full.
Yeah.
You think that's a two-man job right there, or just what's the mindset with him, man?
It's 11-person job.
Yeah.
You feel me? The whole defense has to take responsibility for Tyreek Hill, has to take responsibility for Patrick Mahomes, take responsibility for their O-line. Everything that they do, it's not just a one-person job. We can't just rely on one person to make a tackle. We can't rely on one person to cover somebody. So it's ultimately going to be an 11-person job, and we're going to make sure that we do that to the best of our ability.
If you guys do win that game, I guess, one, what do you think your emotions are going to be like right after, that clock strikes 0?
Yeah.
And two, what's going to be that first meal you eat? Because, I love food. I know during the season there's some things you can't eat.
Yeah.
Maybe that first just championship meal you're going to eat.
So the emotion I'll probably feel is relief. All the hard work. We've been doing this since April. And the work that we put in, nobody knows. Nobody knows that we're running those sprints. They don't know we're running 80 yards to the ball just to touch it. They don't know how much work that really went into this year. And all of that will come to fruition if we win this thing. And that first meal.
Talk to me. I'm hungry right now.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if I want to go soul food. I don't know if I want to go steakhouse.
Ooh.
Come on now.
Homemade soul food or going out to eat?
You know you got to go homemade with your
girl.
That's what I'm gonna go.
Lemon cake?
You already know. I'm gonna breathe on you one time. So we going fried chicken, collard greens, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and then we gotta throw.
You got the one more thing in there.
I know. I want to say it, but
you scared to say it?
I'm scared to say it.
You gonna say it? Is it?
We gonna throw the lemon cake in there for the dessert. You feel me? Because that type of meal, you've been waiting on that all season. You got to eat right, keep your body up. But that meal right there, that's high blood pressure right there. I need that.
You need
I need that. 1,000%.
Yes, sir. You guys win the Super Bowl. I want to know what's gonna be that first phone call. Who you gonna call? It's gonna be auntie girl. What's it gonna be? You gonna call your boy? What's gonna be that first phone call you gonna make?
The one person I could think to call would be my mom's, and she go be there. So I might call you, tell them we did it.
Call him, pull up.
I ain't gonna pull up, but I'm gonna call you. I'm like, we did it, bro. After all we've been through,
Yeah.
I can call myself a world champ, and I feel like I can spread that love through the whole city of Indianapolis. All my homeboys, everybody that I came encounter with, I can feel like they shared some type of piece into me getting to where I am.
Hit me up. Let me know. My phone gonna be charged up. I'm gonna be watching the game.
I'm gonna call the CEO of Fox, and I'm gonna tell him we made it. I need Smitty here.
Call Eric Shanks, man. Let your boy go. Can I go? Well, my dog, man. Again, thank you so much, man.
Already.
Appreciate it. Good luck this game. I know it's gonna mean a lot to the whole city of Indianapolis, man. Mean a lot to me as well, man. So good luck. Appreciate
you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.